everybody, welcome back. That guy with the face here for another episode of Katawa Shoujo. Let's get right into it. Ah. Still, thanks, Chan. Try to be quick. We are in a stall building stake now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry. She bounces off out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like slight agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting, is undoubtedly Shizune's. I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classroom closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side and 3-4 on the left, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor still, we have identical doors, are rooms that I don't think were used for classes. I guess the art room isn't a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? The desks and chairs are all around the room, and a thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corners, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Something catches my eye, and I stop mid-sentence. Sitting on the desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me back even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner very still, but I still somehow took her part as the furnishings or statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in the headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned in silence, punctually only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Trying to think how to do her voice. Hello. The girl stuffs the fork full in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. It's a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here for the festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here, too. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here, then? She raises her eyebrow as if she was suspecting my observation was false. You're pretty observant. I guess it does. Who are you? She reminds me a lot of Kenji with how she talks. This girl's pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. Sao Nakai. Just transferred in on Monday. I'm Rin. Tazaki Rin. Rin Tazaki. I won't shake your hands with you, but at least you know who we are now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. Kinda bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. Well, I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is. She seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue on my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get stuff, supplies are at the back. Go right ahead. But lunch? School's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me. So, Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the skull. From the outside, you look fine. Is your problem inside? I came to a full stop, opening my mouth, but not getting a word out. I can guess. I am good at guessing, better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt out around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of the issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really came up. I do get this feeling that not making issues of part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be. With an overly contemptive look on her face, she puts the fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boring, ordinarily, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes widened in elevation and astonishment. So was I right? There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? Still practically in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. ... I said it. More like blurted out, but I said it. The girl in front of me pushes her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Triple out the pants would have been much more scandalous. What's with that reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. That wordplay. Sao is either the best person or the worst when it comes to thinking what he says. I forgive you. Just, I tried to collect people, and a person with, you know, that kind of problem would have been really great. Collect people? People with different problems. Huh? So, you just go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. Da-da-da. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what she said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introduction as expected of me? Hi, I'm Hisao Nakai, and I have a serious heart condition. So is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us? What a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. As I walk to the back of the room and pick up the items on Misha's list, a chance opens to study Rin from the corner of my eye. And that's where I'm going to end it here for today. Hope you all enjoyed. Boop.